Hi, this is Tash from Spotti Art Studio. Today I am going to demonstrate my brilliant plan for saving some money on framing. I'm sure that, like many other artists, we spend a small fortune on getting things professionally framed, and then when you've got to do a quick exhibition, you end up with hordes in the background there and on the chair here of framed works, some of which at $60 a pop. And you're kind of going, holy crap, not only am I having to store these carefully, but I now need to frame new work, and I'm sitting with all these old frames. So what I've done is I went to IKEA, good old IKEA, and we found a type of frame that's got a fairly thick wooden edge on it, very sturdy, still got the Perspex front, $49 for the biggest size. And what we're going to be doing is we are going to be contacting the back of the mat so that when we mount our artwork onto it, we'll actually be able to reuse that particular mat again. And that is our bright and brilliant plan. I will show you what we're doing next. Open this up, I've got it on a clean flat surface. These little metal things, these staples are always tons of fun to play with. This is my patented tool, it also known as a palette knife, and this actually works a treat for opening these up so that you don't end up hurting your fingers. So I highly recommend using a palette knife. Okay. So excuse the kitchen back there. I've now fixed up the, taken out all the bits and pieces I want to take out. I'm going to be using contact paper, the stuff that we use for covering books, and it will be going onto the mat board. This contact paper will be cut to the same size as the mat board, and we'll be putting strips all along the mat board on the back of it to make the mat boards reusable. There we go, first one down, 3 to go. Done. So in the light, you can kind of see where we've put contact. At the moment, we're toying with leaving these gaps where there's no contact. I think I might try contact all the way around in the future, but for now, there we have created our restickable surface. Okay, so what we've done here is we've used acid-free, solvent-free archival tape to tape the back of the image onto the contact paper, which is now a restickable surface, which, let me tell you, makes framing, straightening and repositioning a heck of a lot easier. So now to do D-rings, which is what the gallery standard is, and we're looking for about 20 centimeters at this point in time because this is a rather large frame. So we're just going to mark off the 20 centimeters on each of the sides, and then we will put in our D-ring. Is where we've measured the 20 centimeters. We have got our little hole and we've got our little screw, and we shall now continue to do the thingamajig. There we go. So we're looking at putting it as close to in the meat of the actual frame as possible. That is why we wanted the thicker wood. Thinner frames, like the rubber frames, are actually too thin. So to start it off, we're just going to push with our thumb to make a little indentation. Get our little screwdriver in, and then we should be sweet with a lot of weight. She says pushing onto a glass table, we say nothing. We'll get back to you as soon as this is finished. Victory, that's all I'm saying, and the table is intact. We've got them firm, they're not moving, they're flippable. Now we're going to take our framing tape that we bought, which is a brown tape, over here, And we'll be using the brown framing tape to tidy off the edges professionally. And I'll get back to you as soon as that's done. Put the framing tape down on the wooden edge. We'll get it stuck down neatly on the wooden edge with a fair bit of pressure, and then we'll push it down to cover the staples and just to give us a little finish that's not going to cause pain and suffering to your clients when they're handling the frame. There we go. This is artwork that we're doing first. We'd want to put her business card like that on the back so it looks all neat and tidy. Easiest way to do it rather than putting the tags. And yes, we have finished the framing with the framing tape. You'll see we didn't go hard up along the edges, we just covered the bits and pieces. So the business cards can be put in a few different places. Janita prefers hers in the bottom corner. What we're going to do is use this marvelous double-sided tape, which means you don't need to splash out and do anything more in regards to buying stickers and things. And we're going to put 4 strips of the double-sided tape on the back and then peel them off and stick them down rather nicely. So Janita's going to film while I do this. Yay, us. Teamwork. So, edge 1. And it's really worth your while to put these on fairly firmly. And push a little bit harder. You'll see I'll go over it with the handle of the scissors. That way you know for sure that they're stuck quite tight and they're not going to move, because the last thing you want is to sell one of your artworks and then nobody knows who it was from the signature in the front to get a hold of you again to buy another one. Because as artists, we always want our fans to be able to find us. So what we'll do is we'll just use the handle to go across this. Yes, there are overlaps. It's not my neatest job. I work more than one job in the day and I'm more than a little tired. It's the end of my work week. So we'll go from this side where it has stuck down nicely. Lift that tab, go down there, stick that down, stick that down, stick that down, rubbish to one side. So here's Janita's card. Don't know if you can see, but there are the tapes. And then Janita likes them hard up in the corner. Being a printmaker, I like them preferably as straight as possible and as square as possible. We push hard, and there you have a beautifully finished back of canvas, and the frame will be reusable. Here is Janita hiding behind our finished framing. She signed the bottom over there. We've got it nicely matted. This is just the protective front plastic layer that we can peel off when we're ready to hang it up at the gallery. I'm going to leave it on for now so that you don't end up scratching your perspex. If you're not protective of your perspex, I'll show you the sad and tragic thing that happens. So these are other ones that I've done. And if you look over here, you can see there's damage over there. And this was literally hubby, who's a little bit less than careful, shoving frames in on top of each other in the car, and yep, they got damaged. So you keep them wrapped in bubble wrap and plastic, and it's worthwhile making proper sleeves.